CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Friday, May 18th, 2012, the day of the Facebook IPO. Everybody's waiting with bated breath. In Chile last night at 10 a.m., about 900 miles off the coast, due southwest of the capital of Santiago, an earthquake that has been reported to be as big as 6.7 on the Richter scale struck. There's been no tsunami warning. In fact, it was specifically said that there would not be a tsunami. It was not felt anywhere other than along the coastal region. There's been no damage or any sorts of injuries. In London, Inga Beale, who is credited with having turned around the Swiss company Converium, and prior to that had been the group chief financial officer of Canopius, spoke yesterday at the Insurance Day Summit. She said after having returned to London after an 11-year absence working for Converium in Switzerland, she said that she was struck by what she said was an eye-opening revelation that there was a slight lack of professionalism in the London market. She said professionalism does not seem to have progressed here as much as it has in other parts of the world. She suggested that the lack of data and the lack of willingness to share information in London would put a strain on the subscription market, and she questions whether or not it's going to be sustainable in the future. She said, quote, "When you step outside the London market, you see that the insurance world has changed quite dramatically. The big insurance players approach insurance in a different way than we do here." Very interesting. Yesterday we reported that Insurance Insider was saying that Japan's big three insurers were going to up their Thai claims. Well, they were exactly right. The big three increased their reserves for last year's Thai floods by $800 million, taking their combined net loss now to $6.4 billion. Mitsui Sumitomo apparently is by far the most loss-struck of the trio. None of them are mentioning the size of their gross losses in their disclosure documents. Right now in Frankfurt, police are diverting traffic and erecting barriers around banks in Germany's financial capital because of unauthorized anti-capitalist protests. Streets around the European Central Bank are closed off. Traffic outside the Deutsche Bank headquarters is reduced to one lane, and Commerzbank has closed two of its buildings in the city center. The credit agency Fitch says that they have downgraded Greece a notch, now down to CCC, vulnerable to default. That's the association with that rating. They say that this means that there's a heightened risk that the country might leave the Eurozone. They said should new elections fail to result in a mandate for continued austerity measures, a Greek exit from the monetary union would be probable. Well, one thing you can take to the bank is that new elections are not going to vote for increased austerity, so that means that, according to Fitch, Greece will leave. In Connecticut, facing mounting legal bills after a deadly explosion in 2010 at a Connecticut power plant, energy companies and contractors sued Aon on Monday, saying that Aon had failed to meet its contractual obligation to provide adequate coverage for defense costs. Clean Energy Systems, Blue Water Energy Systems, and Keystone Construction accused Aon of breach of contract, professional malpractice, and misrepresentation after coverage for defense costs was not written into excess insurance policies purchased through Aon, the broker. A crowded bus in Vietnam plunged off a bridge, killing 34 people this morning. This apparently occurred in the Serapak River, plunging over a bridge through a guardrail, going 60 feet down into the water. The bus was on its way to Ho Chi Minh City. And this is National Dog Bite Prevention Week. Whether or not you know that or not, State Farm, one of the nation's largest homeowners, came out with some statistics. They said that they paid more than $109 million on 3,800 dog bite claims nationwide last year. The year before that, they only paid out $90 million on 3,500 claims. Overall, the Insurance Information Institute said that the jump from 2010 to 2011 was $413 million to $480 million in dog bite claims. People don't know why that's happened. Maybe dogs have become more aggressive. Some other statistics, 5,600 mailmen every year are attacked by dogs. People across the United States own over 78 million dogs. And the one that has the most claims, of course, is California, because 10% of the population lives there. New York came in next, and Michigan was third. Well, be careful. That's the news for today. Have a good weekend. We'll see you Monday.